Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen. It's time to head to Antanjyl, which is a secret map that was uncovered by finding the Chaos Gate in Antalia. And those two sound really similar, so it's kind of confusing. And that may be a reason why people considered Antalia the land of imprisonment, when we're going to learn that Antanjyl here is actually the place where a great evil is imprisoned. But we'll learn that as we liberate some more cities and temples in this area. You might be thinking, well, where are all the cities and temples at? I only see one here besides the rebel base and the enemy base. Well, all the other cities and temples, they're all hidden to the north around the mountains and the snowy area. And we'll learn why all the cities are kind of located up there. It has something to do with a barrier, but more of that will be explained as we liberate. We're sending one unit up there, a mountain unit, to kind of act as a bodyguard for Orpheus' unit. Orpheus will be spending a majority of his time up in that snowy region uncovering the hidden cities and temples. The rest of our army will be hanging out in the middle of the map, around that city there, to stave off the approach of the enemy army. We'll send our boss-killing unit down to the south because there's a few units that may try to flank our main forces, so the boss-killing unit will be there to just cut them off. So, in terms of enemies, there are 21 enemy units besides the boss unit. So, and some enemies that we'll fight here are actually very unique. So, we have 3 high sky units, 3 low sky units, 3 marsh units. And then we have 12 plains units during the day, but 3 of those plains units turn into forest units at night because they are comprised mainly of vampires. Vampires are forest movement. So what's unique about this map is this is the only map where we'll fight the following enemies: vampires, liches, and tiger men. There will also be some werewolves that we'll fight, but we fought werewolves in some other areas, so. But no other places will other liches, vampires, and tiger men amongst the enemy units. So that's why those 3 of those units will change movement types at night when the vampires come out of their coffins. So. Speaking of vampires, werewolves, and tiger men, those are all the neutral encounters that we can get in this area. So if you haven't found them earlier, this is a place to recruit them. You can get tiger men in the swamps, vampires in the forests, and werewolves in the mountain. All of the units are level 16, so slightly below what most of our characters are at this point, but. So here's our first high-flying unit, a bunch of vampires, and a griffin. So, shouldn't last too long against our boss-killing unit. And we'll learn more about the boss as we liberate some towns, but I'll just give this out. The boss can be recruited if you're very bad. And by very bad, I mean that your opinion leader's alignment must be lower than 31, and your reputation must also be basically below a third. You also need to have the Brunhild sword, which you should have because if you found the Chaos Gate to get here, but maybe you did something dumb like you trashed the Brunhild sword or sold it after you found this Chaos Gate. But if you have a rock bottom alignment, rock bottom reputation, and the Brunhild sword, you can recruit the boss of this area. Doing so, though, however, will get you the worst ending in the game, so we will not be doing that. So, earlier in this episode, I got a sword, the Sigmund sword. It's the best thunder sword, plus 19 strength. So we'll probably throw that on somebody later on. But let's find out what this monks in this temple have to say. Oh, that's a bad card. That'll lower Orpheus' alignment, but not below that 31% that we need. So, Galf was one of the generals of the underworld from the time of the Ogre Battle. Thanks to the 3 High Knights, he lost his power and is imprisoned here. Our temple is dedicated to making sure that the seal is never broken. Yeah, so we're going to find a string of temples and cities along this border of the snow and the forest. And basically their job is to keep Galf sealed. So, surprisingly, even though Galf, it says, was imprisoned here by the 3 High Knights, if you come here with the 3 High Knights, they don't have special dialogue with Galf. Galf doesn't have any special dialogue with anybody. So, figure they would, like, have something mean to say to them, like, you sealed me away, or, you know, I don't know. But, well, that's a drop in reputation, but Galf keeps vampires around to guard him, but they are helpless during the day. But try not to attack him at night. Well, like someone said about General Figaro having platinum dragons with him, that is not true. Galf actually has a bunch of phantoms with him, but what is true is that we shouldn't probably fight Galf at night, based on basically just what I said and what that people at the temple said about the Galf being a leader of the ogres back in the Ogre Battle. We can tell he's a bad guy, so he is going to have low alignment, so he's going to be most effective fighting at night. He'll take the least amount of damage, and he'll deal the most damage, so yeah, don't want to fight him then. Plus, the phantoms are bad, so just make it life easier with that. Easier just fighting during the day. Most enemies in this thing will be better to be fought during the day. Keep that card. I heard that there was no one alive on the other side of the mountains. Is that true? Rumors that there are only ghosts and skeletons in the forests around the lake. Well, that's not true, because there is there's those 2 cities, the Rebel base, the Imperial base, and then there's the city in the middle there. So there are a few people alive, and there was no ghosts and skeletons around the lake. Like I said, there's no the neutral encounters in this area are vampires, tigermen, and werewolves. Let's see if our paladin can use his healing to take care of some of these phantoms. Alright, that's why I moved him to the back row. Although lycanthropes do have white magic weapons. But just in case the paladin went first, he can take him out real quick, and so... Well, they need to heal up that witch unit, so we'll just liberate with the witch unit. Not the best unit for liberation, but it's okay. Our reputation is pretty sky high. We're already fighting a second one of these high-flying units, so... Good, let's get rid of all the high-flying units right away. That way we have less to worry about, because it's always those high-flying movement units that are always the ones that are sneaking around and getting behind our lines and causing trouble. Alright. Easy living. We can fight at night too, so got a witch unit there. That witch unit has zombie dragons. We'll eventually recruit one of them, but we have to recruit a Tiamat first and then give it an undead ring. But we'll get a chance to see what they look like here. Empress, that'll boost up that alignment that we lost earlier. Oh no, charisma. Woo. I'm getting my tarot cards confused. It's the Hierophant card that raises the alignment. So... Rashidi wants to use the power of the Black Diamond to rule the continent. How could he possibly get the Black Diamond? It was hidden by the gods. Well, we learned in the Tundra stage that he got it by basically convincing Mizzle to fall in love with him. And she, I guess as a gift to show her love to him, gave him the Black Diamond. Uh-oh, we got a vampire unit sneaking around us, down to the south. Uh-oh, we're gonna have to send our high-flying Lich unit down there to take care of those vampires. A world card. Would have been better if we got this earlier, but it's always good to have. Good against those magic users. I'm gonna have to start using some of these cards soon. Hee 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 hee, welcome, hee hee. Inango is a town populated by those who formed a pact with a demon during the Ogre Battle. When Galf the Black was sealed into the earth, we were sent along. The seal runs along the mountains in the north, and we are not able to cross it. As a matter of fact, how did you get in here? please get us out of here. We can't stand this place. So yeah, so we learn that snow is kind of that not only is the boundary of the between the snow and like the regular land, but it's also, I guess, a barrier to that the evil folks here can't cross. How did we get here? Because we're good. See, being good pays. Oh, look at those zombie dragons. Have some pretty powerful defenses. So I said they make a pretty good tank. So I don't think we'll be able to defeat them just this battle. We don't want the witch to retreat. So we'll just fight it later. Plus, having us retreat means we'll just get a little bit further back to be able to catch up that unit that's sneaking down to the south. That vampire werewolf unit. Alright. Well, we'll probably end up defeating the witch here because our ninja master has a hit-all attack. Unless he misses. Well, that's good, I guess. That means that this unit's going to keep coming after us. But, and we got rid of all our temperance cards, so we can't undo that stun. That's not good. So, well, we lost this battle, but that's okay. We'll just retreat to this area here. And if they come and they try to fight our lycanthropes in that witch unit, that should be a pretty good fight, because the lycanthropes have the white magic weapons. So it's one of the few weaknesses that these zombie dragons have. So yeah, look at that. Oof. Unfortunately, our thing stunned. Our stun missed. It would been nice to stun the witch there and keep her from stunning any of our characters. There goes one zombie dragon. As long as the witch doesn't... I was gonna say, as long as the witch doesn't stun our werewolf, he'd be able to finish off the zombie dragon, but no such luck. But she's weak enough that the ninja unit should be able to take it out. Or even the unit led by the Dragoneer there, because they have the Sylph in the back row. Sylph would probably go first with the high agility, shoot its missile attack, and finish both of the characters off. So let's see if that happens here. Donk. Yep. Good job. Yeah, Sylph's good for hit and run in attacks. Like that. Another Roshian temple. You see that one unit is trying to sneak up here to where Orpheus is at. So even though that one that city folks said that, you know, we can't cross the boundary up there, the enemy units can cross the boundary. That's why I have that bodyguard with Orpheus. So if any unit tries to sneak up that way, that princess unit is there to block them off and allow Orpheus to just, you know, find the temples in peace. Here's those were-tigers. Can be a pretty tough enemy, but our witch is being nice and stunning them, so... Dollmage, not doing too much damage, because Dollmage has that physical magic attack, so... Not gonna really hurt the were-tigers too much. They have pretty good physical defense, but... Yeah, mostly all the enemies here weak against white magic, so Princess and Sylphs will be very good. And if we had any Seraphims with their laser attack, I guess the Cherubims too with their banish attack could also be good, but they won't be a hit-all. Increase our intimate again. Now we're gonna have to start using some of these tarot cards. We keep throwing too many out. We have a bunch of good ones here. Judgment would probably really go do a lot of damage. That doesn't. That can also defeat ghosts and stuff. Ooh, the Mikado sword. Wonder what that sword is. I'm staying around to make sure that Galf stays sealed. Galf has lost his power and he cannot get out of his prison. The Mikado sword. That is physical sword plus 8 strength. So, not a great sword, but it's all good. And here's our bodyguard unit gonna get some action in here. Should do some decent damage with the princess's starlight spell. Yeah, we're fighting in the mountains. Donk. Good to see our red dragon 2 up there. We gotta wait a while until he turns into his next thing, the salamander. So, top tier to become a salamander. Let's see what the stats are for that. The salamander, we need to get the red dragon up to level 23 and have an alignment between 35 and 65. So that'll be a while. Actually, all the dragons need to get pretty high. The gold dragon there, that in this unit that I'm just moving right here now, to become a platinum dragon needs to reach level 24. So a level higher than the salamander does, and has to have a 65 plus alignment. The dragon dragoon there to promote to the dragon master needs to get to level 20. Charisma 65 plus alignment between 40 and 60. So, and hey, look, there's an enemy lich down there. Like I said earlier, this is the only time we're gonna have we're actually gonna fight liches. So, well, our boss killing unit is getting a lot of fighting in here, so more than I expected. But the enemy is, I guess, pretty smart, realizing that we're all kind of bunched up there in the center, so why not send a bunch of units down to the south? But we prepared for it, so even though we don't have a lot of quantity of units down to the south, we make up in quality. And this unit has no problem pretty much winning any battle. Except for, I guess, boss battles, because you have to defeat the boss in one round to win boss battles. And the bosses tend to be very, very dodgy, like Mizzo was in the last episode. So, and, you know, the cleric ain't dealing any, defeating any enemies. Well, it'll defeat these these skeletons, wraiths, I mean, coming up, but otherwise not really defeating many enemies. But all the enemies that the liches are defeating, that's just gonna make its alignment drop, which will make it even more effective at night, fighting at night. So we got to see just how powerful that Sylph is there. So alignment is kind of cutting it close there. We can't have the Dragon Master's alignment go up anymore, otherwise he won't be able to promote. Remember, it has to be between 40 and 60. So he's right on the edge there with 60, so gotta be careful. See how powerful their lich is now. But not as powerful as ours. Of course, our unit is built a little better than his. And what do we got here coming up? Another, I think another undead unit. Oh no, this one has sylphs too, so this might... Now we're going to see how effective they can be against us. It's a good thing that one sylph missed the lich back there. So luckily they'll fall pretty easily to our spells, but the fact that they were able to go first, that unit could be trouble. We got a summons. I think we use that, and it summons all units that are currently deployed to the position of the opinion leader. We got some more temples to find up in this area here, so let's go do that. Songus is healed up. We'll push him forward. Wonder how the witch unit is doing. Yeah, another hidden city. And let's liberate it. I should, like I said, really start using some of those tarot cards. Gonna have to throw out another one here. Sun. Look. There is now no way that Galf could break his bonds under his own power. But if someone were to give him more power and make a pact... And we will learn that that is what Rashidi is trying to do. Rashidi is basically going to make a pact with Galf and give him the black diamond, so we obviously have to stop that. But as I said, if our reputation and our alignment is really, really low, we can make the pact with Galf. And the item of power that we would give him would be the Brunhild sword. And that would allow Galf to break his imprisonment. So, but that's not gonna happen. Orpheus is too good of a boy to do that. Like I said though, maybe eventually later on when I catch up on a bunch of games, and I'll come back and revisit this game, and I'll do like an evil playthrough. So, I'll cut out most of the battles, but I'll show just some of how the different townsfolks react, some of the different quests you can get. So, some people give you different items. In Fort Alamut, there's a whole different side quest that you get only if you're evil. See the dialogue if the High Knights would like not want to join us. See what they say. Huh, we just had a nice day and now it turned to night. I hear that Rashidi is looking for the Black Diamond. If you want to hear more about the Black Diamond, go to Kinshasa. Kinshasa, if you go west from here, you should find it. A little clue on where, but if you're just following along here, you'll know where all these cities and temples are. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm showing them all off. Let's push forward a little bit here. Most of our characters are pretty healthy, so. And move the snowman up a little further, the dragon. And let's see how this plays out. We had a pretty good against this unit because they were they weren't in their lycanthrope form, but now it's daytime, it's nighttime, so not fighting them in the day anymore. So it'll be a little bit of a tougher unit to defeat. Yeah, look at the damage they're doing. We're probably gonna lose this battle. And I was gonna say the only thing we did end up winning this would be if whatchamacallit, our giant was doing a lot of damage. But he wasn't doing a lot of damage, and neither was our Eagle Man, so they'll just have to hang out here and let our lycanthrope unit take him on. So, were tigers versus were... We have a were tiger, werewolf, and were tiger. So, we can move our paladin up front. We only moved him to the back because he had... the healing in the back row, and we were fighting that unit that had a bunch of phantoms in it, so we wanted him to be able to use his healing to take care of any phantoms that our lycanthropes didn't take care of with their white magic weapons. So, yeah, they should do decent damage with the white magic weapons to these guys, so. Well, even, well, our paladin ain't gonna fight too well during the night like this. Like I said, he's mainly here just for healing and taking care of ghosts. Main damage, even though he has 3 attacks, the main damage is gonna come for lycanthropes. Because they have such high strength and those good white magic weapons. We see one of those vampire units sneaking up. That's why I have that bodyguard unit up there, so that Orpheus doesn't have to fight. And there's the last of the high-flying units, that vampire unit. Yeah, even though they said, like, hey, we can't cross the seal. Yeah, see, the enemies can cross the seal. So, that's why it's important that we had this little bodyguard hanging out here. And there's so many mountains that, that's why I wanted to have a mountain unit as the bodyguard unit. Because they'll be able to traverse very quickly through the mountains. So, Judgment, white magic card, does damage based on, the lower alignment obviously is going to do more damage. So, yeah, do nice damage to these vampires. And the rest will take care of with our lycanthropes. Vampire charmed our paladin there, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I think our lycanthropes will go before the paladin and finish this guy off before the paladin gets to act. Charm basically puts them under the enemy's control, sort of how like when we use a lover card on the enemy. Alright, let's see our bodyguard unit in action. Might be a tough fight because a bunch of lycanthropes and vampires, but we just gotta hope our princess unit does well does a lot of damage with her white magic. And hey, might as well use the cards up. We're throwing away so many of them, so yeah, that could have been bad if the vampire charmed the princess. So another attack by the princess should take out quite a few of the enemies there. We just gotta hope that our giant and red dragon finish it off, but looks like it ain't gonna happen. So this unit is gonna retreat, but we may be able to catch it. Like I said, we're a mountain unit. They are not, so yeah, hey, let's use another card. Better safe than sorry. Besides, like I said, we've been throwing away so many cards that might as well use this one up. Yeah, well, that did not help us at all. We wanted to finish this unit off, but unfortunately our giant missed and our whatchamacallit, our red dragon was charmed. So not good. But looks like they're kind of stuck there. And they'll move slow. Vampire being a forest unit, they'll move slow over the mountains and the snow, so we'll be able to cut them off pretty easily. So this might be a good example of just hitting and running, you know. Probably for the... Yeah, I don't think our other units are going to deal too much damage to these zombie dragons. Yeah, you see, they have really good resistances to everything but the white magic, so this would be a good unit to probably just, in hindsight, should have just hit with the sylph, ran away. Hit with the sylph, ran away, and probably after about maybe 3 turns like that, finish off that might finish off those zombie dragons. Hey, now they have the enemy sylphs coming up here. That could be dangerous. We just gotta hope that the mage doesn't do too much damage. So probably after this... Oh, good, we stunned him, so he was the main concern. So, alright, now we're gonna target the sylphs, put on strong. So now our lycanthropes will hit the sylphs on the sides. And unfortunately did not finish them off. I was hoping the werewolf would hit hard enough, but I don't want to risk getting in a fight again with that. So we'll switch units out here. That unit will be slow over the water. We'll be slow over the water too, so we'll be able to switch out there. Yeah, those sylphs will do a lot of damage to our undead, and our paladin's also hurting pretty bad there. So, this unit's also hurting a little bad there. We could probably use a little bit of healing. Ooh, we got a merchant. We can use that eventually at the end of the game to buy a bunch of stat-up items to make our units extremely powerful. But I'll only do that on the final boss. So, but let's see. There's a city around here somewhere. There's a temple up here. We'll just liberate that temple. That unit has pretty much everyone has pretty good alignment. The red dragon being the one of the lowest alignment, being neutral, but shouldn't have much of a problem. Shouldn't hurt our reputation much to have them liberate the city. Targeting our little sylph there in the back. Our little dodge tank. Woohoo! So, ooh, surprisingly, she got stunned. But, well, another round with that unit will finish off that witch at least. Might also finish off the, at least one of the, whatchamacallit, the undead, the zombie dragons. Let's give our, thing. Unfortunately, it's not white magic, but still plus 19 strength. Nothing to sneeze at. So, Sigmund, like I said, is a thunder element. But, well, that'll do it for this episode. Come back in our next episode where we finish off Galf's army and then take on Galf himself. Take care. Have a good day. Thanks for following along. Bye.